Hey everyone, it's Chrono from the Headphone Show. Today with me I have a gaming headset, the Beyerdynamic MMX100. Let's check it out. Alright, so Beyerdynamic is of course a huge player in the audio equipment industry, but whilst most of their products have been geared towards professional studio use or high-end audiophile listening, some of their products like the DT990 Pro and the DT770 Pro have seen quite a bit of success as of late within the gaming audio space. So as a result, we're now seeing Beyerdynamic blend their experience in microphone and headphone development into their lineup of gaming headsets. And in this video, I'll be sharing my experience with their entry-level model, which is the MMX100, which retails for $99. So let's start out by checking out its build and its comfort. Outstanding build quality has been a staple of Beyerdynamic's designs, and this remains true for the MMX100. Whilst the cups and outer headband shell are made out of plastic, its structure is supported by a metal headband and aluminum yokes that provide a sturdy feel to the headset whilst keeping it very lightweight at only 296 grams. It may not be as important, but I also wanted to mention that I think that aesthetically, it's a nice looking headphone. It features the classic Beyerdynamic headphone design, available in gray and black, and it doesn't stand out nearly as much as other gaming headphones in this price bracket. As for comfort, I was actually a little bit disappointed with the MMX100 because Beyerdynamic headphones are usually amongst the most comfortable I've ever worn, and whilst this headset isn't outright uncomfortable per se, I don't think it'll be a good fit for everyone. In my experience, I found that the inner diameter of the pads was a bit on the smaller side, so I felt like my ears were constantly in contact with the top and bottom sections of the pads, and I don't have particularly large ears, so I do worry that for some users that these might actually fit more or almost like on ears. Additionally, the pads themselves are a bit on the shallow side, so if your ears stick out a little bit, they'll very likely be in contact with the driver, so something to keep in mind if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff. Overall, I think that their design is comfortable enough and does do a decent job at distributing the headphone's weight and clamp, even if they require adjustments every now and then. Just don't expect them to be as easy on the ears as a pair of Astro A40s or as some of Beyerdynamic's other headphones like the DT990 Pro. Moving along to features and accessories, it's not really that surprising for $99, but the MMX100 is a charmingly simple headset. You open the box and you'll find a 2-meter PC cable as well as a 1.2-meter cable with a 4-pin connector that's compatible with current generation devices like the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles, as well as their previous generation counterparts. Then there's also the included detachable microphone, which sounds like this. Okay, so what you're listening to now is a recording of the MMX100 Pro mic going straight into my PC's motherboard, and for a $99 headset, even if it's a little nasally, it's pretty impressive. I think that in terms of quality, it even surpasses the mic quality that you get on the Astro A40 and Logitech G Pro X headsets, so pretty good Beyerdynamic. As for controls on the actual headset, you get a mic mute toggle button and a master volume wheel conveniently located on the rear side of the left ear cup. One last thing I'd like to note is that there is no additional software or surround sound effects available for this headset, meaning that it's a true plug-and-play solution. I know some users might be disappointed by the absence of such features, and I personally would have liked to have the option of using mic side tone to make sure I'm not screaming over Discord, but as we'll talk about briefly, this is thankfully a headset that doesn't need much tweaking to perform its best. Alright, so let's talk about sound. In the past, I've used Beyerdynamic's headphones extensively for gaming because I found that their soundstage and spatial presentation lent itself really well to gaming, and especially for FPS games where sound cues are vital to the gameplay experience. Now, the MMX100's sound signature and presentation is without a doubt different than that of its Pro Audio counterparts, but I still find that it's very effective at delivering a solid gaming audio experience. And in some ways, I feel like it's maybe even a little bit more effective than the DT990 Pro or DT770 Pro in that application. It starts with the MMX100's tonal balance and frequency response, which is probably one of the best tunings I've personally heard in a Beyerdynamic headphone. Like a lot of gaming headsets, the MMX100 has a very present bass response with a mid to upper bass emphasis that adds quite a bit of warmth in the low end as well as some kick. But it isn't overdone to the point at which it becomes really distracting and invasive like on the Logitech G Pro headset, for example. The mids have a mostly linear response with a slight emphasis towards the upper mid-range, though this to me seemed to be a broad elevation between 1.5 to 4.5K, so it didn't really feel forward or shouty, just occasionally sounded a tiny bit nasally in timbre. For those afraid of Beyerdynamic treble, I can thankfully say that those screaming treble peaks of the DT990 Pro are nowhere to be found here. Instead, I find that the highs on the MMX100 are well tempered, but still have enough presence in the low and mid treble to really bring out and highlight the overtones and pops of crucial competitive online game sound cues. One thing I'd like to note as well is that having more natural sounding mid and treble frequencies makes the MMX100 better suited for more immersive games or open world games than its peers, as it delivers more believable sound effects and organic vocals in dialogue heavy games. When it comes to gaming audio, tuning is only part of the equation though, as a headphone's ability to create an accurate sense of space, positioning, and directionality is just as important, and it can be a true game changer, no pun intended. Right off the bat, I'll say that the MMX100 soundstage is noticeably more forward and intimate than that of the DT990 Pro and DT770 Pro, but it retains their excellent imaging capabilities, easily delineating the location of various sound cues in a game mix. Additionally, even without the assistance of THX enhancements or 7.1 surround sound, I found that this headset conveyed a better sense of distance and depth than the Razer Blackshark V2 Pro and the Logitech G Pro headset. Altogether, I think this makes the MMX100 suitable for use in competitive online games, and whilst not as spacious or immersive as a Sennheiser HD560S, they're still plenty enjoyable in open world games too. Lastly, there's sound isolation. This may not be very surprising since it's a closed back headphone and the faux leather pads create a solid seal, but the MMX100 provides a very good level of sound isolation. When wearing them, it completely blocks out the sound of the keyboard and of my PC's fans, making it even a little hard to hear myself talk when audio is being played back. Needless to say then, the MMX100 will block out ambient noise quite efficiently, keeping you focused on your game and keeping your game sound from bothering those around you if you're sharing your gaming space. Okay, so now to wrap up this review, I feel like the MMX100 is an excellent, reliable headphone, and one that I think sets a new standard within what is really a very heavily contested price bracket within the gaming audio space. Now, its fit may not be for everyone, but in terms of build quality, and especially in terms of sound quality, I feel like it really is a cut above its competitors. It's a gaming headset that, unlike others I've tried at this price bracket and even more expensive ones, doesn't sacrifice the technical performance it can deliver for the sake of superfluous features. So if you're looking for a solid, well-rounded gaming and multimedia headset, the MMX100 gets a very strong recommendation from me. Anyways, that is all for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video or found it useful. If you did, do consider dropping a like. If you'd like to learn more about the MMX100 or many other headphones, I highly encourage you to check out the review section available on headphones.com. For more headphone audio content, stay tuned by subscribing to the Headphone Show here on YouTube, and until next time, this is Chrono signing off. Oh, you're joking.